What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a second look at the Ocular Max TFcon Chicago 2025 exclusive Forte, or their version of a masterpiece scale Ramhorn. So I actually did an unboxing during the convention. I actually did a review too. I transformed it and looked at it, but I think a lot of people didn't watch it just because they didn't think it was a proper review or it was just an unboxing, which I normally do. So I decided to take another look at it. Since we've already looked at all the packaging and the details, we're just going to look at the figure itself. It does come with this case, so you can put the tape in there. I don't think anybody would display it like this, but you can do that. And here's the tape. It's got some detail on it. Little tape sculpted details there. On this side, it's just plain, just flat. You have the gold chrome for these, which will become the weapons. That is unique to the exclusive. As well as we'll see later, the yellow for the eyes is unique to the exclusive. Let's just jump right in and get it transformed. So go ahead, unplug the feet, bring those down. They're tabbed in right here. Then we'll flip open the legs on both sides. Then you can open up this panel right here on both sides. They're shaped a little bit differently because they plug into each other. Then we can slide out on this weapon piece. You kind of have to hold this because it slides down, but slide those out. And then we're going to open up this panel right here. There's a little lip down here, so just make sure you're watching that lip as you rotate it up. It has to clear all of this stuff. But it comes up, it works just fine. You just got to watch what you're doing. All right, then we can separate this bottom clip, and that's just tabbed in right here on the legs. Fold in that piece, fold down the feet. These are going to make the front feet. Then we'll take all of this and we're going to fold this over, and there are tabs. They're going to end up into here. So this tab will go right into here. Same on this side. Fold up this panel and this panel. Then we can fold this down and tab in those two pegs I just showed you. Make sure those actually make their way in. So here's how we're looking. To rotate this down this way, you can bring the gold pieces down. And these have to rotate around the head. There's a little tab that sticks out, so you just got to make sure that works its way around. I found that if you fold it up like that and rotate it, it's a little bit easier. So once you get it in here, we do need to get this tail rotated. So this is going to come around. It's easier if you fold that up. Bring this down, bring the tail back. Right, and then bring that back down. I'll do it again on this side. Bring this down, rotate this up, bring this down. Flip the tail around, and then close that back down. All right, so same on this side, bring this over and bring the two halves together. And there's two pegs holding together, one here on the tail, and then there's a tiny peg on the back of the tail. So just get it squeezed together, line all that up, and then give it a squeeze. Make sure you squeeze the tail as well. All right, so here's how that's looking. We can slide these gold pieces forward on these sliders. So you sit forward like this. Then we can come to the head, and this has a mechanism. It slides down, and that exposes the eye. You can now see the yellow eye. Back here, you've got two tabs on the back of the head that are going to slots on the back of the neck. So push this back. Somebody asked me, how hard you had to push. I mean, the first time it was definitely tight, but it goes in. Not too bad. But rotate it up so you get it like this. And rotate the other side. I already did this, but this is going to flip up. Come to the bottom. You're going to flip open or forward the mouth. And then finishing touches, we're going to accordion the legs down on a double hinge so that they sit outwards. It kind of gets a wider stance. Do that on the back as well. Make sure this is still pegged in together, but accordion these out. All right, there's Forte in beast mode. I think it looks awesome. I love how this turned out. And I did see this at the, I think it was BotCon originally, is where I saw it. And it didn't have the painted details, so it was missing like the eye. It's missing the silver there. I can't remember if this was painted or not, but it certainly wasn't gold chrome. So you got silver down here on the legs. It all looks really good. For articulation, the head can go up and down here at the back neck as well as the front. There's a joint there. You can go side to side on the front. The back, you get a little bit, but not as much. And you can rotate the head around. Like I mentioned, you can open up the mouth so you can be yelling. Good looking eye. Someone said that it may or may not have a pupil. It does have the pupil, so I'm guessing the retail release is just the only difference is the color will be white instead of yellow. Coming to the back, you have an ab crunch. Down to there, back to there. So you can get in some jumping or running poses. For the legs, you can rotate here on this hinge. You can hinge up and down. You can go out to the sides. You can get some wider stances. You can bend at the knee, forward and backward. And you can bend at the toe, forward and backward. And you can angle out on the toe. It's on a ball joint, so you can get more direction. A hinge and a ball joint. Rear legs, very similar. Goes out to there, rotates around, bend at the knee, and toe is on a hinge and a ball joint, so you can get the same kind of movement on those rear legs as you can on the front legs. Tail is on a double hinge, so it goes up to there and down to there. All right, and for comparison, there is Forte with all of his other Autobot exclusive tapes. We've got Rosanna, we've got Rewind and Eject, Flip Sides, Stripes, Shattered Glass Steel Jaw, although a lot of people said it was a Voltron. It's actually Shattered Glass Steel Jaw. The regular Steel Jaw, we have Night Stalker, and finally we've got Ramhorn. So we have a complete set of Autobot tapes. I have my custom twin cast in the background made from Deformation Space, but very satisfying to see them all together and have the complete set. All right, and for another comparison, there it is with the Fans Toys version of Ramhorn. I just want to show you the difference in size compared to a regular tape. It is quite a bit bigger. I'm not going to do a comparison on these two. It doesn't make sense. They're not even really the same thing. The tapes are different sizes. But yeah, I mean, this is far superior just because of the amount of articulation and the amount of detail. I mean, it's the best version of Ramhorn we've ever gotten. So final recommendations on the Ocular Max TFcon Chicago 2025 exclusive Forte. I think this is a really phenomenal figure. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 5. Strong recommendation. This is a very cool exclusive. I know there's a lot of people who are kind of upset that it's an exclusive, but the good news is it will come out in retail and it'll be available. It'll be just slightly different colors, but basically it will be available. So I just love that they're finishing off the tapes. It's really well done. It's got great articulation, nice, fun, easy transformation. There's not really anything to complain about. If I had to complain about anything, maybe it would be that there's no accessories. But I mean, I'm just making stuff up now. So yeah, highly recommend it. If you can pick one up, I think they'll be on Planet Steel Express and Toy Dojo and Ages 3 and Up website. But if they sell out, then you can get the retail release probably in a month or two from now. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.